Alright, I am back with another review, and in today's video, we are going to look at the approaches of James Marshall. He is a dating coach who has been around for a long time, and he is exclusively teaching men how to cold approach. He is doing it in Budapest, he is doing it in Lisbon, and his channel has almost 500k subscribers on YouTube. So you can tell that a lot of men are taking advice from James Marshall. The footage that we are going to review are extremely recent. They are from last week. Let's see how James Marshall is cold approaching after all those years.
Hello. You have a very sexy bounce in your walk.
Thank you.
Are you listening to something funky? Yeah? Okay, are you okay?
Yeah.
You're backing away, it's alright. Off you go.
So first he starts by stopping her frontally and telling her that she has a very sexy bounce in her walk. First of all, you want to avoid blocking her path. The way he approached frontally, I don't recommend it. There are some situations where it's fine and where it can go well, but most of the time you just want to follow the girl, and walk with her basically, alongside her, without blocking her path, without forcing her to stop, because otherwise you will create those kind of weird situations. And after blocking her way, he says something like, "You are very sexy in the way you bounce," or like some kind of like witty ass compliments that is completely over the top, because when you meet a girl like that during the day, you don't want to talk about her being sexy or anything. It's too much. Okay, it's going to freak her out, just like he did right now. You can see the reaction of the girl. She's weirded out by that random guy with his medieval haircut showing out of nowhere. It's way too much. You don't want to compliment that way. You want to be more neutral in the way you compliment. You don't have to find an original compliment each time. You can always compliment her about her style, her face, the way she looks, but telling her that she's sexy, some girls might like it, but do you really want to attract into your life girls who are responsive to that kind of compliments? Honestly, when you go for low exposure girls, you just want to do really normal, basic compliments. You don't have to tell them that they are sexy straight away during the day like that. It makes no sense. We can clearly see here that they are so different. She's some kind of emo chick having a crisis. Just by the way she dresses, you can see it. I wonder, what does he expect approaching girls dressed like that? Typical PUA drip, the cheap Nike sneakers, skinny ass jean, the shirt, it's like two different worlds, I don't see it working at all for him dressed like that. If he was standing out with his style, it will go a different way. Of course, he would look much better, but right now in such settings, you can see that something is wrong. It's not normal to see two people like that talking together, It's like they come from a different world, As we've seen in the past videos, those guys, they always make those assumptions. Are you listening to something funky? When you approach a girl, you basically just want to ask random, open questions about what she's doing, where she's going, and that's basically it, And you want to ask them in a gradual order. You don't want to ask about what she is listening when you know nothing about her. There are more important questions that you need to prioritize. When you talk to someone you don't know, you want to get to know her first before you talk about what she's listening, or stuff like that, basically. Before you go into specifics, you want to get to know her, and vibe with her a bit. She's weirded out, so in such situations, you want to ask the dumbest questions. Or are you? Literally. What are you doing? Where are you going? And then you want to start introducing yourself, talking about yourself. I'm James. I live in Budapest, I work here. And if she's still weirded out after all of that, you want to explain her again why you are here. Give her a compliment so she understands that you are interested and you want to get to know her, That's how basic you want to keep things out. Of course, you're going to have specific situations that require acting in a certain way. But here, it's like he's completely disconnected from the interaction. He starts with his compliments that is way too much. approach, telling her that she's sexy. You don't know her, man. Like, come on, take it gradually, slowly. You don't need like to open with such compliments. And then he makes an assumption about something super specific. I can see straight away he's full of techniques, full of gimmicks, and he cannot just be normal. You cannot just talk to her normally, That's what you want to do during the approach. You want to have a normal conversation. You don't care about telling original stuff, and sounding witty or guessing stuff about her. You just want to talk normally with her. And because of all the content you are consuming online, it becomes harder and harder to just have a normal conversation with a girl. Try it out by yourself. Just approach a girl and talk to her normally. Try to be as boring as possible. And you will see that the interaction will be normal as it should be. You don't have to do any tricks or techniques, Of course, I always cut those guys, when they are talking and explaining you why they are doing this, why it's not working, why it should work in certain cases, They all have their little frameworks. And by following those advice, all you will do is add more layers to your personality or reinforce them. That's not what you want to do. What you want to do is understand what are your layers, understand how they affect your approaches, your relationships, and start working on removing them. If you want to cold approach the right way in 2025, that's the only way to go. You don't need like to fuck around, and learn more techniques. That's it, man. Enough techniques. Understand your layers, remove them. That's all you have to do. Trust the process.
Yeah? Okay, are you okay?
Yeah.
You're backing away, it's all right. Off you go.
Yeah. You see? Did you see that? Did you see him like doing his little... Off you go. Typically, what he's doing here is trying to own the situation way too much. He literally does meta commentary about her feeling uncomfortable about the approach. Are you okay? Oh, you are backing away. Like, man, it's literally your job as a man who cold approach a girl to make her feel comfortable. So if you talk about her not being comfortable, you are going to reinforce it. Literally, you are going to make her even more uncomfortable. It's normal if the approach is a bit awkward. During the day, it's totally normal. But what you need to understand here is that you see that guy, he doesn't want it to be awkward. He doesn't want to embrace the awkwardness. So he is doing his little like show. First meta commentaries and then being like, okay, off you go. He wants to own it way too much and therefore is completely disconnected from reality. Just one approach is enough for me to read that guy like a book. I'm sure he does this a lot. I'm sure he always tries to own everything. And what you want to do is do the exact opposite. Just be, and accept whatever comes up. The reason why those guys, they try to own it is because they have way too much ego. And they think that they removed it, they suppressed it, that they don't care. They do like self-amusement and stuff. But when you see a grown-ass man acting that way, like just saying like, oh, okay, off you go. Always having the need to own the situation, you understand that he's still like full of insecurities and he still has a huge ego. He wants the situation to go well. And if it's not going well, he's going to act in a way like it was planned, like he knew it, It just makes you completely unbearable. If your approach fails, you don't have to act like a clown like this. Just embrace it, Okay, it fails, it's fine. Okay, bye, and leave. Without doing anything witty. I want to add one last thing about that approach, about the fact that he's literally telling her to go. When you create an approach, you are responsible for the approach because you created it, right? If you tell the girl, oh, you are uncomfortable, or you are backing away, okay, off you go. Of course, she's going to leave. Of course, the approach is not going to end well. Instead of doing that, you want to, as I said, own the awkwardness of the situation and stay in the awkwardness. If a girl is friendly straight away and is responsive to you straight away, it's not a good sign at all. She's used to be interacting with dudes. You don't want to attract that kind of girls into your life. If it's a bit awkward, if she's a bit shy, it's actually a good sign. So you want to stay in the interaction and not do everything for her to leave. Just like he's doing, basically. He's literally telling her, oh, you are feeling uncomfortable? Okay, fine, just go. It's not going to work. That's not how you are going to get results with cold approach. If you just wait for girls who are responsive straight away and not acting a little bit weird, then you are only going to meet high exposure girls, because those are the girls that are used to be dating guys, and who will be more responsive to cold approach. It's literally not because of your game if they are responsive. It's because they are hoes, It is what it is.
Hi.
Do you see how he gets her attention? Let's watch it again. Like, it's not normal to act like that during the day when you are a grown-ass man. You don't want to act like a jester like this. He jester maxes just by the way he gets her attention. That's how bad it is for him.
Hi.
Hi.
You got a lovely bounce in your step.
What kind of compliment is that? You got a lovely bounce in your step. Just compliment her with her style. She has an original style, just compliment with her style, and that's basically it.
Thank you.
What are you listening to?
And then he asks again, what are you listening to? It's like a pattern for him. If he sees a girl with AirPods or headphones, he is going to ask, what are you listening to? But you don't care what she's listening to. You don't know her. You want to ask normal questions first. Basic questions, not specific stuff. Get to know her first. Vibe with her. It's totally okay to ask what she's listening to when you know a bit more about her. Otherwise, you are just taking things in the wrong order, and it creates that kind of awkward interaction.
French rap.
French rap. Okay, that sounds sexy.
French rap. Oh, that sounds sexy. If you want to attract the best girls during the day, low exposure girls who are not used to be dating a lot of guys, you don't want to use the word sexy during the approach. Do not use that word. It's not the right time. It's not the right place. You just met her.
Okay, thank you.
Bye. Don't worry, I'm actually very nice.
So you see what he's doing here again? So don't worry, I'm actually nice, see ya. He's trying to own the disastrous approach he just did. If you end up in a situation where a girl is walking away from you like that, you need to ask yourself the right questions. You shouldn't be like him, trying to own the situation and being like, oh, you see, I'm self-amusing, even though she rejected me. That's stupid, man. You want to understand why it failed. And if you want to understand why it failed, then just listen to my advice. I've been doing that shit for years. I post the best receipt. I am doing it in Eastern Europe, so it's like what I do on a daily basis. And I can tell you, that's not how you approach Eastern European chicks. Just look at his drip, man. The same basic skinny jeans, cheap ass sneakers, H&M shirts, it's what does he expect? Having such a mid drip and going to a girl who is much more stylish than him, you can see it. I know I repeat myself a lot, but it's always the same dickheads who think that they can just dress like normies, talk to stylish girls like that on the streets. Of course she's going to walk away from you. You want to have the best drip possible. It will just give you a passive boost. You have no idea. You have to actually experience it. I always get the same comments like, Bane, your drip, it's also a layer. Okay, bro, then try to approach girls without drip and let's compare receipts, let's look at all receipts. I post the best receipts, so I show you how it's done. Once you start wearing designer clothes, it makes no sense to go back to regular normie clothes, You will just look like a peasant compared to who you are. I cannot conceptualize wearing normie clothes again and going out and approaching chicks. It makes no sense to remove my drips, You have to have clothes and you have to have standards. You want the highest quality of girls? Focus on having standards, not only for girls, but for everything. Get the highest quality of food. Find the best meat, the best eggs, the best honey. Only the highest quality of stuff. That's the most important. It's even more important than girl. What you put in your body should be the best possible. Only king shit around you. And then your flat, where you live. You want to live in a place that reflects your standards. You want a memorable place with high ceiling, different rooms, not like some kind of studio. You want the best from life. And it's the same for clothes. You want to dress the best possible way. And naturally, you will start attracting the highest quality of girls into your life. It's not even that they care about all those materialistic things. You don't do it for girls, you do it for yourself. It's a message you send to the universe. You tell the universe that you deserve the best. You only take the best from life. So from now on, you won't approach any mid girl anymore. You will go for the highest quality. And since everything you get is high quality, you will get the girls as well. We are only 25 seconds in, by the way. Let's keep going.
Excuse me. Hello.
Hi.
I just saw you from back there and I thought you looked incredible.
Thank you.
And so here I am to introduce myself.
He talks like he's in a movie, or a video game. It doesn't sound natural. The way he talks, the way he opens.
Okay. Sorry, I don't care. So.
You don't care.
Of course he doesn't care.
Sorry.
You don't care about it in general, or you just don't care about handsome, interesting strangers coming into your life?
I have a boyfriend. I work all day from
You
5 a.m.
you are full from 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Look how basic his feet is. Of course she won't care.
5 a.m.
You are full from 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Busy lady. All right, I hope he looks after you.
Thank you.
I hope he does look after you. He does? Ah, bye.
Why would you care if her boyfriend looks after her? You don't want to talk about the boyfriend at all if she tells you she has a boyfriend. You don't want to get into that kind of discussion, like you are her bestie or something. You can see it that here it's more subtle, but he tries to own the situation way too much, just by the way he interacts with her.
Sorry.
You don't care about it in general, or you just don't care about handsome, interesting strangers coming into your life?
I have a boyfriend. I work all day.
This could be easily avoided for him if he manages to just be normal, ask simple question, and have a better drip, literally.
Excuse me. Hello. How are you?
Good, and you?
I'm very good. I just saw you. You looked incredible. Very
thank you.
striking.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I thought I'd say hi. Hi.
I'm on my way home.
Can I walk with you for 2 minutes?
I'm actually meeting my boyfriend, so.
All right, well, I better not then.
You are literally with her. You have her attention. You don't want to ask the permission to work with her. You are already in a conversation with her. So all you have to do is talk with her, And she gives her the boyfriend's objection.
All right, well, anyway, I'm James. Are you German?
Yes.
Okay. Are you studying here or something? Or?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, excellent. All right, well, have a lovely day.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
So he started well, he completely ignored the boyfriend objection, which is what you should do. But then he self-ejected, okay, have a lovely day. No, you just want to keep going, man. He doesn't even try to get her IG. She tells you she has a boyfriend, okay, and what? Do more small talk, get her IG, and bounce, like another lead, basically. You literally never know. Maybe her boyfriend is like some guys who is not even touching her. You literally never know, man. There are so many weird stories, You should not assume anything. You should always take as much as you can, literally. Always go for the contacts, Instagram or WhatsApp or Telegram, whatever, always go for it. Ignoring the boyfriend objection is a bit of a controversial topic. I've literally baited Tristan Tate recently on Twitter about that, who told me that I lack of abundance mindset, that I am a scavenger begging for crumbs. OMG, please let's have sex anyway, even if another man is banging you, is cuck energy. But you need to understand that those guys like Tate, they are going for high exposure girls at the club. So it's a totally different game, basically. During the day, it's totally different. I have so many examples of girls I approached during the day who told me at first that they had a boyfriend as a self-defense mechanism because they get approached often, and it's a way for them to just push automatically people away. But they don't know you. They are not rejecting you. They are rejecting the situation you created. So it's your job as a man to show them that you actually want it, that you are actually interested, and you will be be amazed that you are able to connect with girls you would have never met otherwise. If you follow the advice of Tristan Tate and you lose interest when a girl tells you she has a boyfriend, it's complete cope. You don't lose interest. You just look for an easy way out. You do exactly what she expects you to do. You fuck off. You want to have some game. You want to show her that you want it. That's how it works. That's what having game is. If you eject at the first objection, you are not going to meet a lot of girls. You are only going to get the wrong girls you don't even want into your life. The girls who are responsive straight away and who don't give you any objection. Those are the easiest girls. It's actually surprising that a so-called playboy like Tristan Tate is giving up at the boyfriend objection. It tells you a lot about the quality of girls he's getting. And he's not the only one to blindly trust a girl when she tells you she has a boyfriend. There are so many men who are just ejecting upon that objection. So it's literally a market opportunity for you to be able to keep going even when they tell you that they have a boyfriend. All right, let's get back to James Marshall.
Excuse me, madam. Hello.
Hi.
I saw you look so elegant and dreamy.
Thank you.
As always, he's trying to do an original compliment, an original opener.
But I thought I'd better say hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Are you Ukrainian?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Why?
You dress not like a Hungarian, and you have more Slavic features.
Maybe.
And considering the geopolitical situation, you probably weren't Russian, which I'm glad about. So yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. What's your name?
My name is...
I'm James.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, you too. Do you mind if I walk with you for a couple of minutes? I'm not going to follow you forever.
What you want to do here, especially with a Ukrainian girl, you want to stop walking, basically. You don't want to walk during the whole thing. So asking for the permission to walk with her, it's too much, man. Too many mistakes, First, asking the permission. You are literally approaching her during the day and talking to her already. Why would you ask for the permission to keep going? Just keep going without asking for the permission. And you might think that's enough. He already fucked it up enough, but no. He is telling her, I am not gonna follow you forever. He's literally framing it in the worst way possible, asking for the permission to keep going, to keep walking with her, telling her that he won't be following her forever.
I'm going to see my friends, so yeah.
30 seconds we can do? Cool.
Just 30 seconds, okay? I will just walk with you 30 seconds. Is that okay? Is that fine?
Yeah, I'm Australian.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And do you live here?
Yeah, I live here half the time and half the time in Portugal.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so I have an olive farm in Portugal, and then I come here because my team is here, so I come here for work. Yeah.
Why Hungary?
Sorry?
Why Hungary?
I had a Hungarian grandmother. Originally, I came here to just kind of check it out, and it worked because it's central for Europe, and I travel a lot.
I see.
Yeah, just worked out that way.
So here what he did, talking about the fact that he has a business in Lisbon and a business in Budapest, it's good. It's something that you should do if you can do it. Showing her that you are not a nobody.
Yeah, all right. Well, I won't follow you any longer, but would you like to get a coffee sometime?
He keeps digging his own grave, reminding her that he's in an inferior position. And then he asks about a potential first date. He asks her potentially if she would like to get a coffee with him sometimes. You don't want to talk about a potential date during the approach. It's way too early. You don't know the girl at all. You want to get to know her first, and it's done by text. That's what the texting phase is for. Every single POA that I review is always either talking about the date or going for an instant date. But that's not how relationships are made. They are made long term, slowly, gradually. That's what texting is for. You want to use the texting phase to get to know her. And then you want to do a date setup during the texting phase. That's how you could approach the right way in 2025. You generate leads during the day, you text them, and you go on dates. You are not talking about a potential meeting with a stranger you just met. It shouldn't be too easy to go on a date with you straight away. That's what you are sub-communicating when you talk about a potential date. It's that your time is not that valuable, that you don't have too much stuff going on in your life. How can you not see this?
I'm not sure. Sorry.
Well, do you want me to get your WhatsApp? I'll text you if you decide you want to. I'm not going to hassle you.
Yeah, he's just doing it in the worst possible way. He's doing it logically. You don't want to show her that, yeah, it's fine if you just give me your Instagram. It's fine if you just give me your WhatsApp. It's literally not how it works. You don't want to try to resonate the girl. It's literally what he's doing here.
No, so I have a situationship. I have a future boyfriend. So.
Are you sure it's going to be a future boyfriend if it's a situationship?
No, I'm sure.
Is he sure?
We have like a problem in distance. So
I
it's
see.
The main problem.
Long distance sucks.
Long distance, yeah, sure.
But are you going to find a way to make it short distance?
No, I would like to see him here just in 6 months. So
6 months from now?
6 months, yeah.
You're going to be celibate for 6 months?
Yeah. I will wait for him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Really.
Okay. Well, if you change your mind, let's stay on Instagram. You can text me in 3 months when you're like, all right, fuck it, that's it.
I think so. No.
Take it
sorry.
easy. Have a good
Nice
day.
to meet you too.
Good luck with the long distance.
You remember I told you that he did well, showing her that he is not a nobody, that he has a business in Lisbon and in Budapest. But as you can see, it is not enough. Even if you are rich, even if you are a business, even if you have stuff going on, if you want to cold approach the right way, it won't be enough. Avoid all the mistakes he's doing first. And also, you need the drip, man. You want to stand out. You want to look like someone. It's not going to be enough if you show her that you have a business, and everything. Like, she won't care. It's the perfect example. He just degrades himself, like, yeah, it's fine, I will be the plan B, if you want. That's what he's saying, basically. To get her contact in the situation, you just want to completely disregard the boyfriend. You don't want to talk about her situationship at all. You want to stay in the moment. Do not try to resonate her, Do not try to resonate a girl like that during the day. It won't work. Make it happen, without talking about the boyfriend. It's super important not to talk about the boyfriend, because the more you talk about that situationship, the more she's going to not give you her contact.
Excuse me, I can see you're about to... Hi, I can see you're about to ride away, but you look lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah. What's your name? Hi, I'm James. How are you? Keeping fit?
Fine. Yeah, working.
All right, okay. Well, not working, having a day off, chilling. Yeah. Well, I don't want to keep you. I do want to keep you, actually. Would you like to get a coffee when you're not working? I know that's crazy, we just met, but...
Maybe.
Can I get your WhatsApp?
Yeah.
All right.
Straight away talking about a date. He doesn't know anything about her. She doesn't know anything about him. Why would she go on a date with him? They didn't do any small talk, Can you believe that guy is a dating coach teaching other men how to date girls and doing shit like that? She's never going to reply. That's not how you create a good first impression. All you have to do is to create a first good impression. And it's by making small talk, talking about yourself, taking her contact, and not talking about a potential date. You should be completely detached from the date. Do not even mention it.
Yes. What is your plan today?
Friend, work.
Friend and work. Okay,
Yeah.
good combination. Yes, today I'm relaxing. No work today.
No work.
Not today, no. Just chill out. Yeah. Are you Hungarian?
Yes.
Okay, I'm Australian.
Australian.
Yeah.
Live in Hungarian.
Yes? Yeah, yeah.
What is your job?
I have online business.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
That's good.
What is your job?
Nagyon rossz.
Nails?
Hát nem tudom, hogy kell mondani.
What's a nogyoros?
Hogy kell mondani, nem tudom.
That guy lives for 8 years in Hungary and he still doesn't speak the language, man. Ay, 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 ay. Such a good way to show to girls that you don't give a shit about the culture, you know, you don't care. It's so disrespectful, man. If you live 8 years somewhere and you're enjoying the country, you should be able to speak the local language. How can you not learn the local language? I don't understand, you know, why those guys, like, they are so lazy. They think that they can get away with just speaking English. Learning the local language is such a cheat code. That's how you will actually unlock the best girls. There are so many girls in Hungary who are not speaking English that you will not be able to interact with if you only speak English. And the other problem is that the Hungarian girls who speak English usually is not the one that you want. It's the ones who are used to be interacting with strangers, used to be dating dudes. It's hell, man.
You seem very fun.
What?
You seem very cute and fun. You are fun person, yes?
Fun? Me?
Yes. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Would you like to have some fun with me sometime? I can get...
Would you like to have some fun with me sometimes? Like, literally, who asked that shit? Would you like to have some fun with me sometimes? Like, bro, it doesn't work that way, man.
Excuse me. Hello. Hi, I just saw you walking by. You look lovely today.
Thank you.
And very confident.
Thank you.
Yeah. What's your name?
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
James. How do you do? Good handshake. Yeah. What's the plan?
He thinks he's in some kind of movie, you know. He always has to do meta commentaries and make it sound fake. That's all he's doing by doing his little narration, you know.
Do you have a cold or something? Your voice is very soft. You just have a sultry voice.
Imagine asking for a girl, like, are you sick right now? Like, you just meet a girl, you know, you meet a stranger, and you you tell her, yeah, you sound sick, you know, like, do you have a cold? Like, bro, it's like the worst thing you can say to a girl during the day. Ah, yeah.
Okay, understood. Would you like to get a cup of tea sometime when you're not so busy? Yeah, do you have a WhatsApp or something?
I do. Here is the QR code. Maybe it's easier.
Yes.
She knows the QR code, you know. She knows the QR code. I was going to say that girl, she's high exposure to interact like that, to be like, yeah, of course, we can go on a coffee together. And then she's literally like giving him the QR code. She's used to be interacting with dudes. Once you understand low exposure girls and high exposure girls, that's it. After that, you just have to keep going in that direction. And it keeps getting better and better. And you keep understanding more and more stuff. All right, that's all for today. Another painful watch. It's crazy to think that that guy is actually influencing so many men to approach the way he is doing it, by telling the girls that they are sexy during the day, by trying to own the situation way too much, not just embracing the awkwardness of an approach, which is completely normal. No, trying to own the situation, every little bit of it. Completely unbearable. He goes as far as asking the permission to walk with the girls and putting himself in an inferior position. After all those years, he didn't even find out about the importance of the drip. You know that they are already all talking shit about the drip, all those cheap coaches. Like, yeah, you shouldn't have to spend a lot of money on designer clothes in order to call the approach the right way. Of course you have to. What do you think? You have to evolve, my friends. The way you dress will determine the first impression you give to the girl. So of course you have to take into consideration the drip. It's the most important part. Last but not least, he has been living in Budapest for 8 years and he still doesn't speak a word of Hungarian. He was unable to communicate with a local. Even after 8 years, he's still a tourist in his own city. It is literally impossible to get the best of a city with cold approach if you do not speak the local language. It won't work. Another guy with a lot of followers who is completely off track. Alright, all of that shows me that we still have a lot of work to do. During all the summer, we will review those dating coaches and tell you exactly what is wrong with their game. We are going to do all of them. I won't spare anyone. Everyone is going to be reviewed. It's time for a great reset in that space. It's time for people to understand what is going on, to stop blindly following the advice of some guys with a lot of followers and start understanding how it's done, how to cold approach the right way.